while we have seen relatively few problems in Fulton County, that wasn't the case in Stockbridge, Henry County, where several voting machines weren't working earlier today. 11 Alive's Latasha Givens joining us live now outside Red Oak United Methodist Church. And Latasha, the voting machines, they are not fixed until afternoon. Do they plan to stay open later than 7 where you are for the voters?
That's what they're working on, Sheba. Right now, all the voting machines at all 3 locations are up and running in Stockbridge. A much different scene than this morning when none of them are working. Now, some voters told us they didn't have the 2 hours to stick around until those machines were fixed. And some of them actually had to leave without voting because we're told some of the locations didn't have provisionary ballots.
Unacceptable collapse of the voting system here in Stockbridge has taken place.
That's bad. That's very bad.
Some voters in Stockbridge didn't hold back in expressing their concerns about some of the voting machines not working at 3 different locations between 7 and 9 a.m.
In 2 hours, no one in the city of Stockbridge was able to vote this morning at all at any of the locations. That is unacceptable on every level.
Mayor Pro Tem Elton Alexander says it gets worse.
Unfortunately, there weren't any provisional ballots that were available for people who were turned away from the polls. It is awful. This is a multiple failure on many levels, and it's just unacceptable.
Officials say the machines were up and running after 9 a.m. at 2 locations, and sometime around noon, the machines at Red Oak United Methodist Church were fixed. A spokesperson says provisional ballots were also eventually taken to the locations that didn't have them. And the problems were fixed by the time Michael Clayton voted.
I was aware that there had been some in previous elections, but no, that's why I'm coming in the middle of the day as opposed to earlier on, because I figured they'd have gotten all those ironed out by now.
And it went smoothly for the rest of the afternoon.
It was really smooth and very efficient. There was no problems, no hiccups at all.
Voters were in and out with little to no wait time.
It was a wonderful experience. Everyone was so nice. It was really quick and easy.
My experience here was fine.
And we've been working to find out exactly what went wrong with those voting machines, but we haven't heard back yet from the Board of Elections. But city officials tell us voters, if you came this morning and you weren't able to cast your ballot, you should be able to vote past 7 p.m. But right now they're waiting on a judge to sign off on an official closing time. Back to you.
All right, Latasha, as soon as we get word, if they will stay open later than that, we'll be sure to let everybody know.